everybody. Welcome to RMS Sales Training and Inspiration. I'm your host. My name is Rich Norton. I am glad to be with you. Very excited to be with you. We are on the final episode, which is episode 20 of one-on-one training with Rich Norton. And what I've done, that was my goal and my mission. I didn't know how many shows it was going to be, but I've been doing these classes with brand new representatives and representatives that just want to kind of do some reviews, and I take them through the beginning to the end. And the goal was to kind of teach new people how to have success in this industry. We get a lot of representatives that come in, and I'm very glad and I'm very thankful that we do all the things that we do, because they're filled with gratitude. They really are, because they come in and they give me all the stories, and all the stories that I hear are very similar. They'll say, yep, I started with this company and I have no training at all. I can't get a hold of anybody. I feel like I'm on my own. I know this is an incredible business. I know that I can learn a lot in this business. I know I can have great success in this business. What I need to know is what I need to know. I need to learn how to sell merchant services. I need to learn the ins and outs of this business, and nobody has taught me. And some of the stories that I'm hearing, it's like, yeah, don't worry about it. Just go out there and get a statement. That's all you got to do. Go talk to people and get a statement. Once you get that statement, send it to me, and then we'll close the deal, and that's it. And that's pretty much their training. And then they ask questions like, well, what about this, or what about that? What do I need to do? And they're like, don't worry about that. Just get the statement. We'll write the deal for you. And that's pretty much their training program. And then, unfortunately, many of the representatives don't make it. They'll stumble across a couple deals, and then they'll end up drifting away. The company keeps the deals. They're happy. And I think, honestly, that's kind of their goal, is just to get a bunch of deals so they can keep them all. And representatives never feel like they're part of anything big. Well, I'm grateful, very thankful to say that we have an incredible company. We have an incredible opportunity. And my goal, my passion, is to teach you and to train you to have great success in this industry. I'm so passionate about that. And not only am I passionate about that, I'm passionate about the financial end, that each and every one of you make good decisions, because I've made a lot of bad decisions in my younger life about money, and I want you to be good stewards of your money. And the goal, if that's your goal, is to build wealth and to become financially independent in this industry, so you can bless other people and you can be a blessing to other people all around the country and all around the world. So my goal, my mission, and my passion is to teach you how to do this business, how to have all the tools that are necessary in order to have success in this industry. That's what this is all about. That's what we're here for, and we're providing a lot of resources for all of you. I think about this, I think about all the resources that we have, and it's incredible, it's amazing, because when I first came into the industry, it was like, okay, here, go do this, go do that, go out and talk to businesses. Here's how you write them up. That was pretty much our training. Now the industry has changed. It's evolved. There's a lot more technology, and I always say this, I'm learning all the time. In fact, I have to learn all the time. There is so much technology, and it's like right over my head. It's like, wow, what are they talking about? A lot of you newer representatives know more about some of the products that we have than I do, because I'm not a high-tech guy, which is fine. I'm still going to be a top performer, but I understand that I need to get these products down. So that's why we have classes on that. We have different webinars on the different products that are coming out. As we grow, as we expand, as we get into all these other things that are going to help you when it comes to POS, when it comes to e-commerce, when it comes to reprogramming POS, when it comes to virtual terminals, mobile solutions, online processing, online ordering with different restaurants, putting menus in the POS, bookkeeping, all that stuff. QuickBooks, how do they tie in together? Lots of information, lots of knowledge that we all need to learn. So that's what we're aiming to do, is to provide all of that for all of you, and I'm excited about all the resources that we have. So jump on board, tap into all the resources. RMSSupercrew.com. For those of you that are retriever representatives, if you go to training materials, you'll be amazed at all the information that we've provided there for you. We've got our training program, which is the one-on-one training with Rich Norton. We got statements on there. We got videos on there, online portal, how to write a merchant up, all the merchant assurance policy, the cancellation, to cancel out prior processor. All types of information is on there. The IRS form for people that are renting, leasing equipment. Everything is there. All you have to do is tap into the resources. I showed this to a couple representatives, like, wow, I didn't even know we had that. This stuff's awesome, man. It's great. It's amazing. Well, that's what it's there for. Spread the word. I'll give you the password. Reach out to me, 904-434-4635. You can email or you can text me, whatever it is, and we'll provide all the information. Like I said, we got statements you can use as examples. We want to make sure you have all the resources in order to be successful. So this is episode number 20. We're finishing it up. One-on-one training with Rich Norton. We've completed everything. We're going to review a few things today, kind of take you through what we've taught you. We'll see where the show goes. It's awesome. It's fantastic. So glad to be able to do this, and it's provided for you at no cost. All you got to do is invest your time, watch it over and over again, do exactly what we do. So let's take a short break, and we will have a review, and we will finish up, and we are here for your success. I'll be right back after the message. Hey, it's Rich Norton here with Retriever Merchant Solutions. Thank you for tuning in to all of our shows on RMS Sales Training and Inspiration. I want you to know that we do have great news. This is an update to let you know that we are expanding. We're not content where we're at. We are expanding all around the country. And for me, what I like to do, I like to help people achieve their dreams. And in my heart, I know that the Retriever Merchant Solutions dream is an incredible one. It does not take a lot of experience in sales. The main thing that I'm looking for are people that have desire and determination and are willing to do what it takes to become successful. So if you're that type of person, I know you've been watching the shows, you've been seeing what we're doing, and you're seeing people achieve incredible success. This is an opportunity that you may qualify for. All you have to do is just give me a call at 904-434-4635. You can call me directly. You're going to see the email, so if you like to email or text, either way, as you can probably imagine, we are getting calls like crazy. People all around the country are excited about jumping on board the Retriever Success Train. So if that's you, you want to learn more about it and how you can qualify, give me a call. Once again, 904-434-4635. Have a great day. All right, everybody, we're here for your success. We are here to help you and train you. One-on-one training with Rich Norton. And if you have your training manual out, you'll see it's like 27 pages long. The first page was a welcome letter from me, just giving you some brief information and just kind of welcoming you to the business. And we talked about the importance of keeping good records. Some of these I'm just going to breeze right through this. Be organized. Very, very important that you're organized and that you are getting into that discipline of becoming organized. We talked about getting people in front of you. There's many different ways to do that, from a BNI group to the Chamber of Commerce to having a lead generator. The most important, I'm going to tell you guys this right now, are the referral bonus program. Get referrals. Get as many referrals as you possibly can. Utilize what we have. It's there for the taking. the $100 gift card that the office is offering, and then you have cold calling. If you want to be a star in this industry, it's important that you understand and you get the art of cold calling down. Now, I'm not talking about just about on the phone. I'm talking about being able to walk into a business for the very first time and write a merchant up. Now, you may say, I'm not comfortable with that, I'm not good at that. The only way you'll get good at it is by doing it. I've got everything written out here. Get that down and fit that with your personality. If you do that, if you go out there and you talk to 25 businesses every single day from Monday through Friday, I promise you, you'll improve, you'll keep getting better, you'll become more confident in what you're doing, and you'll have a lot of success with it. How do I know? Because I know the system definitely does work. All you have to do is apply yourself and go out and make it happen. If you're the type of person that you need to have a phone script, which is great, on page 6, there's a telephone script right there. It's basically the same script or the same presentation that we do when we walk into the business for the very first time. You can make phone calls and you can set up appointments. You can even write people up by using this phone script if you find a good candidate with a merchant on the phone. You can set up different meetings, whether you do it through Zoom. If you got people out of state, you can call anywhere and have success. So all those programs work right there. And then once you've established that, there's different ways to do the cold calling. You can have the cold calling success, which I've talked about, meeting people for the very first time. I'm kind of whipping through this part because I got a lot of information right here. Or what you're going to do is you're going to be doing the stop by, drop by introduction. That's the part where you're setting up 25 business cards. You're setting up appointments for later on that day, later on in the week, and then also later on another day. That's where that phone script will come in. So once you've done that, you are building up a rapport with the merchant. And it's important that you understand all of this flows together. And you will find it definitely does. And that's why it's a good idea to rehearse it, to practice it, to get it down. Look in the mirror. You'll get the presentation down. Make sure you're saying exactly what we're teaching you and you're applying it with your personality. So when you walk into the business, you can be you. You don't have to be me. Be you. Be genuine. Be sincere. Hey, I've been helping a bunch of merchants in the area. I'm the #1 direct processor, regional director in the area. A couple new programs just came out. We've been keeping super busy. I'm in the payment processing department. Tell the story. You know, get a conversation going, build up a rapport, get to know the people, get to listen to the people. Remember, we talked about that. The best salespeople are the best listeners. And once you establish a nice rapport with the merchant, that's where that pre-qualifier comes in. And when we talk about a pre-qualifier, we're basically talking about finding out what is the best program for the merchant. How do we find that out? By asking questions. Mr. Merchant, if there was something that you could change about your current merchant service program that you had or what you've dealt with in the past, what would be the 2 top things? And they're always going to have an answer. Wish I didn't have to pay something. What does that tell you? Cash discount. Wish I didn't have to pay all these fees. Cash discount candidate, right? I wish I got my money quicker. All these things, we have to learn the art of listening and make sure that we provide a program that's going to fit their needs. Now, the big emphasis on the pre-qualifier is to decide whether or not we are going to present cash discount or we're going to present traditional processing. And we, rather than going all in for cash discount and then losing them because they're not a candidate, find out up front. Brief explanation. That's what the pre-qualifier is. Throwing out a 2-minute intro about cash discount. Based on what the reaction, can you see how that can benefit a merchant nowadays? Yeah, how does that work? Well, let me run out to my car. I'm going to grab my book. I'm going to show you the signs, show you exactly how merchants can qualify for the program today. There you go. If they're not a good candidate, not a big deal. As I mentioned, we have a couple different programs that are out. We do traditional processing. We're a direct processor. We're still allowing merchants to save 20 to 50%, if not more, on their current processing. So my job's easy. Now we're going to transfer into traditional processing. So that's your whole idea of doing the pre-qualifier to determine what we're going to present to the merchant. And while you're doing that, you're also finding out what type of merchant is this? You know, what are their needs? What do they currently have? If they have a restaurant, what are they using now? Do they need a POS system? If they're a regular merchant, just a simple credit card terminal. If they're doing virtual terminals, they'll need something like that, NMI, Transacts. So that's why it's important to listen to the merchant to find out what is the best option to explain to the merchant. If you're going in with cash discount, it speaks for itself. Don't over-explain it. Keep it as simple as possible. I wrote up a merchant today, cash discount, 3.5%, did a rental with the equipment. Simple as that. The guy wasn't taking cards, and he said right from the beginning, it was an auto lot. I don't really like to take cards because I did in the past. It was all kind of fees, and I just don't want to pay the fees anymore. What did I say? Man, I'm so glad you brought that up because I've been helping a ton of merchants like yourself that have told me the same thing. Now he's thinking, really? Well, how's he helping him? I said, we have come up with a program that fits exactly with what you're already doing. And all the merchants that are on it, they love it. What it does, encourages your customers to pay with cash or check if you take a check. And just like the motor vehicle department, it's set up now. Businesses can actually reverse the fee so the customer pays the convenient fee. So what ends up happening? Brief explanation, just like motor vehicle department, but we do it like this. Pay with cash, save a certain amount, use the card, the fees added to it. Merchants love it because guess what? No longer do they have to pay for rewards points. They don't have to pay for the frequent flyer mileage anymore, all the processing fees. That's all done. 98% of the customers don't complain. They don't say a word at all. How does that work? Let me grab my book. I'll show you what the signs look like. There you go. I'll show you what the receipts look like, how merchants can qualify for this today. Got down to the end. When I get to this point, every merchant tells me this is a no-brainer. What do I need to do to get set up today? Closing the question right there. Closing the merchant. What do I need to do to get set up today? The guy said, well, I usually don't jump on things like this, but you're right. This is a no-brainer. What do I need to do to get started? Bang. There you go. Simple explanation. Don't over-explain it. Keep it very, very simple. There's a lot of things that you can add when you're doing that, when you're doing the cash discount. You can say to them, say, look, you can tell your customers, we really don't like to take credit cards, but we prefer cash. However, my processor put that terminal in here. If you want to use the card, they charge the fee. That's what that is right there. So merchants blame it on us, and they don't lose customers at all. Customers will pay the fee. 98% of the customers don't complain. Merchants call us back thanking us for putting them on this program. And if you're presenting traditional processing, we broke all of that down for you as well. Right from the beginning. Tell me if this sounds familiar. Typical merchant service guy comes in, or he calls you up on the phone. What does he want to do? He wants to look at your statement. Why does he want to look at your statement? Because he wants to see how high you're paying and all the garbage fees that you have. This way he can just knock off a couple bucks and kind of play that game. Every merchant tells me that's a complete waste of their time and they're sick and tired of it. Does that sound familiar? What are they going to say? That's it. We hear that all the time. What I do is something different. I don't need to look at your statement. I know exactly who your processor is and who they charge. So I don't need to look at your statement. What I do is I show merchants some of our statements so they can see the difference between who they're with and who they would be with us dealing with a direct processor, where they'd be with us dealing with a direct processor. As a matter of fact, now I'm in the presentation. Let me go out to my book, out to my car, and I'm going to show you my book, and I'm going to show you some actual statements of merchants that I've been able to help out just like yourself. Now I have a comparison. Now I'm in traditional processing. Now keep that in mind. When you're doing that traditional processing, you've got a nice rapport going. You're kind of finding out where they're at, what their pain points are. You're finding that out, and you're giving them examples of where they would be with us, so we have their attention. We're giving them a little bit of education. We're not over-explaining. We're not going into full detail. We're kind of giving them information that no other merchant service company has done in the past. And what I mean by that, we'll say, look, at the very least, my goal is to educate merchants on this whole process, so going forward they have a better understanding on how everything works. Does that sound fair enough? Do you mind if I do that with you guys? No, please do. Have you ever heard of the term interchange? And you've seen that in different shows. We break down what that is. Couple seconds. What it is, it's cost. Assessments, interchange, that's cost. Then we talk about processing fee, and then we talk about the overall bottom line. The most important thing is the bottom line. And that's when we'll ask the merchant, in your situation, how much are you doing a month? What's your average ticket? So forth. You find that information out. Based on that information, you're throwing out a number on what you feel that they would be paying based on that average ticket and what type of business it is. Now they have a comparison number, and what you're doing is you're going to show them some sample statements that you have, because we provided that for you in the training materials. So make sure you get them. I'll add more. If you have any questions about that, or you want more information, or you want other statements, we will provide them. We'll add more for you. So everything is right there. Once you do that, then you're going to show the different types of equipment that we have available. Now, we've upgraded a lot. There was one thing I know we presented about the point terminal. Right now we were having issues getting that point terminal, so we're using other terminals. The Mini Clover is a fantastic option, very similar to the point. As a matter of fact, a lot better with a lot of extra features. We have now the PAX terminals, and the PAX terminal there's one of them out there right now that actually looks just like the point. We can start using that here. We have other products and services. We have POS systems. Now, if you're brand new, it's important that you get together with people that you know that fully understand all the ins and outs of that POS system, how to present it, all the fees that are involved. Make sure that you know that that product is a good product for the merchant. So all the different programs that are out there, you explain it, you kind of build that up, and then you get into the different options that we have. The nice, exciting thing that we have our lease program. Merchants can write that off. 100% tax deductible, and very excited to say, we now have the rental program, which I did a lot of homework, a lot of research on, got together with the leasing company, the head of the leasing company, and they've incorporated on that. Everything is in there. It's all part of our program. If you have a small merchant and you just want to write the merchant up, you can do a $19.99 a month rental. Great. You can go all the way up to $59.99 rental. So you got a lot of different options. When you're doing the POS systems like the Clover, you can do a rental on that also. So lots of different options that are available. We're working on things. As you guys know, I am all about improvement. okay? Always looking for ways to better our products, our services, our company, our customer service, everything. I want to make sure we keep improving all the time, because like I said, once we stop growing, we start shrinking. So always looking for ways to improve. So make sure you work on that. So you got your equipment, and then you get down and you get right down to the end where you're doing your closing. Okay, we got to find out about the current equipment. If they're in a lease, make sure you watch that show about how to buy out leases. And then you do a summary of everything, and then you do the closing question. At that point, you'll say, when I get to this point, every merchant says to me, this is a no-brainer. What do I need to do to get started? Once you've done that, now you go into your explanation of how everything works, and you close the merchant. It's all assumptive all the way through. So that's what we've been teaching you all throughout the one-on-one training program. It's important that you get this down, watch the shows over and over again, practice, rehearse. You're always going to improve. You're always going to get better. The only way you get worse is if you develop the killer disease of success called negativitis, stinking thinking, excuseitis, hardening of the attitude. Don't let that ever sink in. Never give up, never quit, stay positive, surround yourself with nothing but positive, and you will have great success. We will close the show here shortly. Let's take a short break and let's finish this up. One-on-one training with Rich Norton. I'll be right back. Hello everybody, Rich Norton here from RMS Sales Training and Inspiration. I want to thank you all for tuning into our shows. Most of our shows are recorded here live at Hands and Feet Foundation, which is a ministry that I serve in, and I'm very, very blessed to serve into this ministry. My wife and I come out here. She's out here every Thursday or Tuesday. She brings music out to everybody, and I come out usually with her on Saturdays, and we have church with everybody that comes out here. And we've been very fortunate, very blessed to come out here and serve in this ministry. This is a ministry that's near and dear to our hearts. We have a passion and we have a heart for the lost. We have a passion and a heart for people that are down and out. And the majority of the people that come here are homeless, been through some very difficult times, whether it's bad choices on their own or whether it's just circumstances. We just love on them, and we help them get off the streets, and we help them get into rehab for some people that are wanting to get clean. We send them to different places. So there's just wonderful things that are happening here at Hands and Feet Foundation. So if you'd like to learn more, you can go to handsandfeetfoundation.org. You can look them up on Facebook, Hands and Feet Westside, or you can come out and visit 7478 103rd Street, Jacksonville, Florida. If you'd like to come out and visit, or you'd like to give a donation, or you just like to come out and help serve, come and join us. It'd be fantastic to see you. You'll see me in my shorts and my t-shirt and my guitar, and just having a great day. So we'd love for you to come out here as well. Thank you. All right, welcome back everybody. So last couple shows we had talked about understanding merchant statements. That's important. Watch some of the previous shows that we've done on that. We have also talked about how to handle objections. These are real important issues when it comes to sales. When you get an objection, we welcome the objection. We don't get defensive. We don't argue with the merchant, and we don't argue mentally with the merchant either. So it's important that whatever objection that we get, we welcome that objection. I'm so glad you said that. Many of the merchants that we've been helping out told us the same exact thing, and then you give a testimony of how you've helped merchants with that similar scenario, and then you come back with another question so you have control by asking the question. So we talked about that, understanding merchant statements, handling objections. The last show we talked about all-in processing, how to figure out an all-in effective rate, all based on the average ticket. Remember, the average ticket will dictate what their overall effective all-in processing percentage will be. Make sure you watch that show. Watch them over and over again. Lots of information. This is the one-on-one training program with Rich Norton, taking you from start to finish. It's there. And many of you that are going through the training right now, you're right in the middle of it, because we're training people, we're bringing new people into the industry. There's nothing like doing FaceTime one-on-one training. There's nothing like going out with a professional working in the field. But what's exciting is that now this is all available for you to watch over and over again. I talked to one of our new representatives the other day. He goes, I'm watching these videos. I absolutely love them. They are helping me. They are fantastic. They're great. Well, that's why we have these videos. That's what we're here for. That's what they're there for. So make sure you take advantage of them and watch them. We are investing in resources. This is all coming from me, not from Retriever or Payrock. Everything is coming directly from me, Rich Norton's money. All right? That's what I'm doing. Why? Because I want you to have success. I want you to reach your full potential. So make sure you take advantage of it. So that's our training, and I wanted to share with you. Everything that we're teaching you is here, and it works. All you have to do is apply yourself, and you have to fit it with your personality. The only way, let me get real with you right now, the only way that this works is if you work. Bottom line. When you're brand new and you're out there in the field, you will have a ton of questions. How do we know when new representatives are working? When they call us like crazy. Because they're out in the field, they're put in different scenarios, they have questions. How do we know when new representatives are not working? When they don't call and they don't ask questions. So you can BS your way all through it. Oh yeah, I'm out in the field, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. No, you're not. If you follow exactly what we do, you will stumble across merchants as you're learning this business. You can work your tail off and write 2 to 3 merchants a week just by doing exactly what we do. And then you'll improve, you'll get better, all of a sudden it'll start clicking. Pretty soon you're writing 10 a month consistently, 12 a month, 15 a month, 20 a month, 25 a month, and higher. If you believe it, you can achieve it, because everything that I'm teaching you in this one-on-one training course is all exactly what I do. So take that to heart. Take advantage of this opportunity. The time is going by. Don't let it slip by. You might as well be successful while you're here. You might as well be the best. You might as well make a lot of money. You might as well be a blessing, because every day that you wake up in the morning is a gift from God. And what you do with that day is your gift back to God. Make sure you're a blessing. Make sure you take advantage of all of your opportunities. Be a success. Be a blessing to others. I'll see you next time on RMS Sales Training and Inspiration.